grabbed the picture from the internet anyway. It was about winning franchises and winning percentages. Did we talk about that before? I don't think we
We
did.
probably talked about
Like
something similar. Yeah.
of all sports, like if you
Oh
had to
no,
pick,
probably not. No.
if you had all-time winning percentage across the three major sports, we're going to exclude hockey. Who would you think all-time winning
All
percentage?
time, huh?
Yes, who's number one all-time winning percentage in baseball?
The Cardinals,
No, they are
Yankees.
fourth. Yankees are number one.
I knew it's either Yankees or Cardinals.
If you had to think about basketball, who would you think?
Lakers,
Nope, they're
Celtics,
three.
Celtics.
Nope, they're two.
Somebody's above the Celtics.
Winning percentage. This is winning percentage. This isn't championships.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Winning percentage all time, not the most winningest.
Mm-hmm. This is the one I was like, what? This is what made me clip it because I was like, no one's gonna get this.
So it's gonna be somebody not obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a younger team?
Not one of the originals. I would say they came in the 70s.
The Bulls?
Nope. No. Where do see the Bulls are in that list? The Bulls are 12th.
Yeah. So the Bulls are the top half at least. Came out of the 70s.
Yes.
It's not like the Supersonics or the Oklahoma City now, is it?
Nope, not the Supersonics. If you think about what some of the winningest teams of the 2000s, think of that decade.
Of the 2000s.
Yeah. I heard somebody say we could consider them a dynasty, but they never won two in a row.
The Pistons?
Mm-mm.
No, the Pistons won two in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's won two in a row.
Yep.
Consider them a dynasty. The Heat?
Nope.
No, they came around in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
Who would have better come around in the 70s? The highest winning? San Antonio? Yeah. No, San Antonio.
Yep. Yes.
San Antonio has the highest winning percentage of all.
The highest winning percentage in the NBA.
Wow.
Because they're an ABA team. Mm-hmm. So they came out in the 70s.
Yeah.
And in 2000, they won 4 championships in their time span. From 2000.
I would consider them a dynasty, even though they didn't have
no back-to-backs.
Is that a requirement of a dynasty? Is to win?
It's not, but I heard someone mention it the other day. Like he said, if we want to argue, I would say yes, but yeah, I get it.
They probably won like 4 out of 7 though, didn't they?
Somebody said other teams had dynasties within their dynasty. So, like, while they were doing it, the Lakers had won 2.
Oh, come on. They went 99, 03, 05, 07.
Yeah.
That's 4 over 8 years.
It was crazy.
Come on. And they had the 1 in 14. But 4 over 8 years, they were a really good team. I can't believe they're the highest winning percentage, though.
That's the one. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I got to bring this up. I don't think anyone's going to. I would have never thought.
And this counts them like getting Wemby last year and being terrible this year, too?
This was a post as of, I think, today or something like that. I saw it. It was a DraftKings had posted it. Yep.
That's wild.
Oh, and we didn't pick the what do you think the NFL team is?
With the highest winning percentage.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be. Is it a storied franchise? It can't be one like the original 6 or 8.
It's not one of the original 6 or 8.
Because they've been around. That's so long.
I would say that they are a storied franchise.
So it's the Steelers.
No.
The Patriots.
Steelers come in. They're down here. Are they down here?
But the
Steelers are 10th.
I say they've never been bad though. They haven't been bad since like the 70s. It's not the Patriots, is it? Because of what they've done.
Patriots are 5th.
Okay, and that's all Tom Brady because they were really bad for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not. It's obviously not the Bears, and it's not the Giants, and it's not.
Bears are 4th.
That's just volume, right?
Yes. Giants are 12th. They were there right along with you. We're 12th.
They've played 1,000 games, right? And they played in an era when they went against high school teams and won championships and stuff.
Yeah, we're 12th. We're not that high.
So the Packers are gotta be right there then with the Bears.
Packers are number 2.
Packers are the second highest winning team.
Second highest winning team. Yep.
So you consider this a storied franchise.
Yes.
But they're not one of like the original founders. Were they part of the AFL and after the merger?
They were before that.
Okay. The Cowboys?
America's team, quote unquote. Yep, number 1.
Like I don't care. Yeah, they're a storied franchise. Unfortunately,
I will say, Chicago's looking a little better. Chicago football, your teams, the Bears 4th all time.
Mm-hmm.
The Bulls are 12th all time,
so top half.
And the Sox and the Bulls are both 12.
That's volume as well for the Sox.
Well, the Knicks, you don't see those 17. Okay. Well, first would be the Knicks, that the Giants at 11 for me.
Giants at 11.
The Knicks being possibly the first team in NBA, right? You would think we have a better his franchise. No, we're 12th. The Atlanta Hawks are better than us.
They had Dominique, though.
The low ball of everything is my Mets, 21st.
Where are the Cubs at in that list?
They're pretty high. They're 7th.
Yeah,
along with the Bucks.
That's a volume as well.
They're on the same row with the Bucks, the Cubs, and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Cleveland Guardians is 6th.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time. They haven't won a World Series since the 40s.
That's what I'm like.
Or have they? Have they won one? Did they break that streak? I'll tell you what, I do not pay attention to baseball like I used to. Like I can't even tell you who won last year's World Series.
Why can't I? I can tell you. Yeah.
Was it the Braves?
No, it was the Texas Rangers. They
played. That's right.
Mm-hmm. It was the Rangers. They broke their streak.
Mm-hmm.
Probably beating the Dodgers because the Dodgers always lose.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't the Dodgers, was it?
No.
They played an easy team. Was it like the Diamond Arizona?
I don't think they were an easy team, but yeah.
But I mean, they played a team that I don't think that beat a bunch of people that they shouldn't have beat.
Let's see. 2023
was it Arizona?
World Series. It was Arizona and the Rangers.
Yep. I remember thinking, okay, it's going to be the Rangers versus like the Braves had a good team. Philly had a good team.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, one of them. And Arizona just was not losing.
The Braves have been really... So now the Braves are a team where if you told me that they were in like the top 10 of the top 5 all time of winning percentage, I believe that too, because they had a streak there where they just were never bad for like 2 decades.
They come in 9th.
Okay, top 10, that's not bad.
Same row with the Portland Trail Blazers and the San Francisco 49ers.
We had something similar to this, but it was the last 10 years.
That's what I could. Yeah, I was like, I felt like we did this one before.
But it was like the last 10 because the Bears and the Giants and the Knicks and the Bulls were like all in the last column all the way to and the Mets were kind of high.
Yep, yeah. I was like, man, this is, and the worst teams.
Oh, okay, this is gonna be fun. Let me see if I can pick it. In football, the worst all time's gotta be Tampa Bay.
No. This team, hint-wise, they're
the Browns.
Relatively new.
Oh, relatively new?
Yes.
Then it's the Texans or the Jags or something like that.
Yes, the Jags are last. The Texans are second to last. So, yeah. Just baseball,
Ooh.
The teams are also fairly new.
Fairly new? Baseball hasn't an expansion since the 90s, though. What, the Rockies?
Mm-hmm. And the other team that expanded with them?
The Diamondbacks.
Was it the Diamondbacks that came out together?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, see, I thought it was the Marlins that came out with them.
I think it was the... Oh, no. I think it was the Marlins. Let's see.
I thought it was the Marlins and the Rockies that came out together. I might be wrong, though.
The Marlins were 93. Oh, it might have been. Rockies' expansion year was 93. Well, what were the Diamondbacks? 98. Okay.
So they were the most recent team. Who came in with them?
Hmm.
Was that a move, or was that when the Expos moved from Montreal to the Nationals?
I do not know. I don't remember.
Because you would think they would have to bring two teams with them, right?
No, because I think there was well.
An odd number of teams.
Let's see. 1998 MLB expansion. Good question. Oh God, I hate to have to follow several clicks to get to an answer. Tampa Bay and Diamondbacks
Oh, yes. Okay.
to make it 30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hoping my White Sox move to Nashville so I can choose a different team to follow. Reinsdorf's trying to do it. I hope he does. They're so god darn bad. So bad.
Wait, you forgot basketball.
Okay, worst ever in basketball. Are they relatively new?
Think so. I think so. They're yes. I'm gonna say yes. Yes.
Okay.
The worst. I was like, didn't they come in with the Miami Heat? So I can't remember how new they are.
All right. So Heat. Oh boy, NBA expansion Heat. I think it might have been like, so there was the Heat, the Magic, the Timberwolves, and the Grizzlies, all like in a chunk.
Yes. No, the Grizzlies came with Toronto. That was the
in
90s.
Toronto too. Yeah.
That was Toronto's. Yeah, it was the 90s. Both Canada teams came in at the same time.
Oh, right. So in 2004, the Bobcats.
Forgot about them Bobcats and the Pelicans? No, the Pelicans were the New Orleans Hornets.
Oh God. So here's the expansion. 1980, the Mavericks. 88, Charlotte and Miami were added, and there were 25 teams after that. Odd number. Then after that, Minnesota and the Magic in the 89. Pardon me. Then after that, the Raptors and the Grizzlies, which pushed it to 29. And they played with 29 teams until 2004 when the Bobcats were added to make it 30.
Okay. Yeah, Minnesota, fairly new. And number 29 is just a really bad franchise?
Really bad franchise. Oh, I don't know. Who's the Nets?
The Nets are 28.
Okay, that's close. Was it Charlotte?
Charlotte's 26. These are really low teams. But
New Orleans?
No, New Orleans I think they get the Charlotte Hornets record. So
okay.
No, New Orleans. Where are the Pelicans? The New Orleans are 21st sitting with the Mets. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. Who's the next one up then? Who's a really bad franchise?
Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh, yeah. They were bad for a very long time.
Yes.
Like, that was decades of bad. And it was, like, expected bad. Them and the Kings were kind of like that, too, right?
When I was growing up, it was like, I felt like the Mavericks were really bad.
Oh, do you remember the year? So I loved the Mavericks when they were really bad because they had Jason Kidd, Jamal Mashburn, and
Jimmy Jackson. I
love those guys. I love Jamal Mashburn out of Kentucky. He was like my favorite guy coming out. I love that team. They only won like 8 games the one year. Right?
They weren't good.
So bad. But I love that team.
Expanded team in the 80s, made the playoffs in the 80s when they had Rolando Blackman, Derek Harper, and some of those guys. That team wasn't bad. But after that team, because they were the expanded, after that team, they stunk for like 10 years. They stunk until Cuban bought the team.
Yes. But, oh man, so they had like Mark Aguirre, right? Mm-hmm. Who else did they have? I Googled Mavericks greats. I'm surprised that like... what's his face? Who's the senator from Arizona that died?
McCain?
Yeah. He was a maverick. They guys like Roy Tarpley. Jim Jackson, I love that. Yep. Jim Jackson, Jamal Mashburn, Jason Kidd. And then they had that run, and then they had Derek Harper at the same time too, I think.
Yep, Derek Harper and Rolando Blackman was in the backcourt together.
Yeah. Then Mark Aguirre, I,
They started off good when they were expansion. They was able to win. Don Nelson was the coach, I think.
mm-hmm.
Was it Don Nelson?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don
Don Nelson was one
Nelson
of
was
those
the coach for them
coaches
for a while. Yeah.
who he was never going to make anything but the play. He was one of those players that were just not a good enough coach to go further than the playoffs.
Yeah. He's a memorable coach, though. I don't know why he was memorable. I can picture him. I can picture him in my head, though. I don't know why. He's just Don Nelson.
he ran his offense is the D'Antoni system before D'Antoni, where all we're going to do is go out there and score as many points as we possibly can. Yes. He's the coach. No, he was the coach of the Run DMC. He was the coach of the Golden State Warriors with Latrell, not Latrell, but with Mullen and Mitch Richmond. And that's all they did was score points.
130 a game back when people averaged 80, right? So
yeah,
it was just nonstop. Yeah, Tim Hardaway was on that team, and yeah, I remember those teams.
Yeah, he just did not want to play any defense. No. And it works for the regular season, but when you get to the playoffs,
yes,
it doesn't work.
Especially in that era when, like,
yeah, you were going to have to see one of those.
You were going to get punched in the face every time on offense. I mean, it just happened. Like, you couldn't avoid it.
You're going to see the Spurs. And you're going to see the Lakers. You're going to see Elijah before that was thing, but they couldn't beat the Showtime Lakers. The Showtime Lakers could play defense when they wanted to.
Yes. Showtime Lakers played good defense. Like, Magic was a good defender. Kareem was a good defender.
6'9".
James Worthy was a great defender. Like, those guys were great defenders and great. They were
Cooper, AJ Green.
They were just a really good team. Like, how many Hall of Famers on that team? Like 5? Like, come on. Right? So
yes, it's Magic, Kareem, Worthy. You want to call Pat Riley the coach. But I don't know if who else is a Hall of Famer. Probably I don't think Cooper. Michael Cooper? Is he?
I'm looking. How many Hall of Famers were on the Lakers? They have 26 Hall of Famers. Oh, God, I don't want to have to click on things. I just want a list. God bless it. Let's see.
Nope, he's not. Michael Cooper wasn't a Hall of Famer.
But for some reason, I want to say Byron Scott is.
Byron Scott, not as a player.
Like, there's just something about it. Like, he might not be, but I don't know. Let's see.
They had Kurt Rambis.
He's a Hall of Famer. Hall of Fame glasses.
Those glasses are Hall of Fame.
Yep.
He could take a punch, too. I remember seeing like, oh, no, he got a punch in the face.
Magic, Kareem Worthy, definite Hall of Famers.
Definitely.
Yeah, I guess maybe AC Green. Was AC Green a Hall of Famer?
He might have gotten fairly recently, if he did.
3-time NBA champion, All-Star. No, he's only an All-Star one season.
Oh, yeah. He holds the record for most consecutive games played, though.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that gets you in the Basketball Hall of Fame, though.
Yes, simple stuff like that.
One sneeze so loud during a timeout, everyone heard it. Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Yeah. Man, those Lakers were good.
They were.
I mean, the Celtics were the same way, though, too. Like, at that same time, they had, like, 3 Hall of Famers.
If you don't want to consider Bill Walton one. Because Bill Walton was on that team, a Hall of Famer, but he was just on the bench.
Yeah, he wasn't, like, Bill Walton in his prime.
But, yeah, no, you're talking about Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale.
Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge. I think Dennis Johnson might be one.
Yeah, like, let's see. Celtics.
Professional basketball with the Celtics. He might.
Boston Celtics Hall of Famers. Let's see.
Yes, he is. Dennis Johnson is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Let's see.
5-time All-Star, 9-time All-Defensive Team. He was the 1978 Finals MVP. Yeah, no, he's a Hall of Famer. But he wasn't even on the team at that time. No. But still.
Yeah, Kevin McHale. Well, okay, I just went to a list of Celtics Hall of Famers, and Shaquille O'Neal is on there.
Yes, he played for them.
1 season at Boston. Robert Parrish. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's also got Gary Payton on here, too. So, I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that team was really good. And the team before that was really good, too. Yeah.
That's 4 Hall of Famers. Or just just in the starting line.
I know. Did you know Dominic Wilkins played for the Celtics one year? I had no idea.
Mm-mm.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Yeah, those Celtics teams were good. Celtics got a lot of black and white Hall of Famers. Not skin color. They have a lot of white Hall of Famers. But
Yeah,
pictures,
but
black and white pictures.
oh yeah,
And those
your
guys are all white,
Havliceks,
except for Artis
your
Gilmore.
your Kuzi, your Bob
Mm-hmm.
Cousy's, your Bill Russells. That Havlicek is probably a Hall of Fame. Havlicek steals the ball.
Listen, okay. So I am all for like Hall of Fames, particularly baseball Hall of Fame. Like every 10 years going, we need to make special cases and like get rid of some Hall of Famers, right? Like because the what was considered great at one time is no longer considered great, right?
You can't kick him out the Hall of Fame. You just got to move him to a different wing.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm all for that because I was just scrolling through here. Okay, maybe that's got to be just his Celtics career. 2 seasons in Boston, 6.6 points a game in 106 games. Clyde Lovelett
Is the NBA Hall of Famer?
was inducted, 2-time NBA champion, inducted in '88. I challenge you to find a single human being on Earth that go, oh yeah, Clyde Lovelett, yeah, NBA Hall of Famer.
Man, that 6 points a game he did. That was
Ed McCauley,
Hmm.
3-time All-Star. Yeah, inducted in 1960. So that means he played at a
40s.
time when like the ball weighed 12 pounds and you had to roll it to people, right? Like dribbling didn't really happen.
Yes.
Yeah. There's got to be like they got to like separate like comic books, right? The Golden Age Hall of Famers and just move them over there and then you can learn some history and you can marvel at what they did at a time when people just weren't physically gifted enough or
these guys played before the shot clock and the half court line. They just ran around in circles for 20 minutes, which was a legitimate strategy back in the day.
I know, which is insane.
Get a guy who they could put the ball between their legs, but get a guy who could dribble really low to the ground and was really fast and just run the clock out.
Yes. Final score 8-6.
And he had 6 points.
Yeah.
If he had 6 points, Hall of Fame, I think.
Average 6.6 a game. Yeah, you know, they got to do it. They got to do it with all the sports. Baseball, well, now that I look at basketball is the most comedic Hall of Fame of all.
Yes.
But like, just come on, let's do that. Baseball's got to do it too, because there's like, you know, who's the Hall of Fame? Flipping Woody Wilson. You're like, oh, what did he do? Oh, he stole 14 bases once in 2 games. You're like, okay, great. Did he do anything else? He averaged 280 over 6 seasons from 1908 to 1914. Was inducted in 1919. Who gives a rat's ass? At the time, he was the all-time steals leader with 38. And you're like, okay.
I saw a video. It was like, I don't know who. I think Derek Jeter posted the question, or it was just a bunch of the greats out there. It was Big Papi was there, Alex Rodriguez was there, Barry Bonds was there, and they asked the question, "Hey, Barry, what do you think you'd have done if you'd have had to go up against Satchel Paige? Gone."
Yep, I would have hit a home run. So, people were mad at that. They're like, "How dare he? The man hit over 750 home runs in his life." To think that he might hit a home run off of a very good pitcher, he's done it before.
When I was like, man, is he disrespected? I was like, no, I don't think it's disrespect. No, that's what would have happened.
The guy just hits home runs. He had a lot of home runs.
He said, me? Gone.
Yeah.
Like, are you talking? Do you not know who I am?
Not every at bat, obviously. I'm sure Satchel Paige would have won some. Barry Bonds would have won some. But there would have been home runs in there. They're just by default. The law of probability states that the man who hit the most home runs in all of baseball would have hit one.
Hit home runs on anyone.
On any pitcher. Because he played for 20 years.
He's like, go on. That's it. I love that answer.
Yes. That was great. There's a lot of stuff that happened in baseball this week because they played that game in Birmingham. And it's like, hey.
Reggie.
And then they asked Reggie Jackson, and Reggie Jackson said,
I hate this place.
Yeah.
I hate
How and he was super candid. It was not what they were expecting him to say, but
no,
kudos
no.
100% to whoever was the producer that said, let him roll, well, I hate saying this, let the man cook. Yes, chef, yes. Reggie Jackson, one of the greatest players of all time.
I didn't like him.
Because he's a Yankee. But he was also an Oakland A, right?
He was
and he tried to kill the Queen of England in the greatest baseball movie of all time, The Naked Gun.
You just called the Naked Gun a baseball movie.
Yes, it's the greatest baseball movie of all time.
Okay.
I'll die on that hill.
If Die Hard's a Christmas movie,
yep.
Naked Gun is definitely a baseball movie.
Gun is, the whole back third of the movie's at a baseball game.
True. Correct.
It's got Enrico Palazzo. It's got it's got. Remember when they're like, oh, they're showing the bloopers on the jumbotron, and the guy gets attacked by a tiger? How's that a blooper? Right? It's stuff like that. Just an amazing baseball movie. Anyway, Reggie Jackson, yeah, one of the greatest ever. Played at a time that wasn't that long ago, and I'm sure he can close his eyes at night and see that shit, and just like
oh yeah,
God,
and he was. They asked him a question. He was 100% candid. I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah.
And I wanted they kind of zoomed up in his face. I kind of wanted to see everyone else's face around him to see what it was like.
Yeah.
That one.
Everybody's got the RG3 look, like, whoa. But like, how could you even like all of those guys that were on the panel, like, I think they were all black, right? Like, so I don't live the life. You live the life. You know it exists. It exists. It has not gone away. It's just, I don't even know. I can't even tell you what it is because I don't.
I was like, all right. I remember Reggie Jackson playing in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Like the 80s, I remember Reggie playing.
Yeah.
But how far back does his career go? In the 60s? It would have to.
Reggie Jackson. He's 78 years old. He played in Kansas City Athletics before they moved to Oakland. In 1967 was his rookie year. And he played all the way to 87. 20 full years in Major League Baseball. Played till he's 41. And
Birmingham was late to the party.
Yeah.
Like,
are they even at the party?
But no. It's still not at the party. But like that's when he said that, I was like,
yeah.
Like, cause I was like, no, there's no way you could have just been denied service in the 80s and the 70s. Like, that's weird. That's why I was like, really? Like, will he say that? Hank said that. I'm like, 100%. But hearing it from Reggie, because I thought of him as an 80s ball player.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
That's when so hearing him say, I was like, no. But yeah, 67, that'd have been there.
Yeah. You got to watch him play, right? You didn't get to watch Hank and Willie play, right?
Yes.
But their careers overlapped, right? Like, I think Willie Mays was a rookie in 61 or 63 or something like that.
Hank was definitely playing in the 70s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was. Do you remember, did you ever hear him talk about, so he's got the very iconic video of when he broke the record, 7:15, right? Mm-hmm. And that dude runs onto the field. Yes. Did you ever hear him talk about that? He didn't
know who that guy was.
He's like, I didn't know if I was going to get shot or stabbed because he got death threats constantly because he was going to break Babe Ruth's record.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And there's a strong argument that Babe Ruth wasn't a white guy either.
There is. I've seen that argument now.
Right? Shoot. Babe Ruth has physical features that if you were to say this is an African American man, you'd be like, okay, yeah, I believe that.
Especially trying to pass at that time.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, he might have just been like very light complexion, pass for white. Who knows? I don't know.
But, I typed in Babe Ruth black ? Right, and it says it's from Quora.
No.
Was Babe Ruth black? Ty Cobb sure thought so. I was like, oh, not Ty.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to
the most racist baseball player ever, and in a terribly racist sport for still probably is, right? The most racist man that played the most racist sport felt that Babe Ruth was black. Then that's all that matters. He was black.
That's it. Yeah, if Ty said it,
that's all I need to hear.
I was like, man. Oh man, I remember I thought Ty Cobb was a cool name, right?
Yes.
And then I started learning about Ty Cobb. I was like, Jesus.
Yes.
Christ, my guy.
Yeah.
He would sharpen his cleats I was like,
stab people. Yeah.
What the? This guy is out of control.
Yeah, he would slide in with his foot, like at the waistline, right, with sharp cleats. And this was pre-integrated baseball, right? Like, so he was a racist prick, and he hated everybody, right? So
yeah,
he was the equal opportunity hater. Yes, I don't know, but Reggie Jackson, killed the queen, or tried to kill the queen, and spoke some truth. And kudos to whoever, MLB or ESPN or whoever, let him just talk. It's an important thing to hear. And I'm sure there's people, I don't believe it. Like, I don't know how you can.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Telling you what he said.
Yeah, I guarantee there's people like
that. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
It wasn't that bad. Yeah, no, that happened this week. Anything else? I mean, we don't have to talk about the Boston Celtics winning.
Nah, I don't really care. I'm happy for Jason Tatum, but I wish he was on a different team. Yeah, let's see.
We don't talk hockey. We never do.
Oilers tried to come
almost did the reverse sweep.
Almost did the reverse sweep. Now, here's the thing about the Oilers. Did you see pre-finals starting, the Oilers fan who, in celebration, showed the tatas?
Oh, yes.
So she was a celebrity, right? She was an immediate celebrity. And then they were down 3-0, and everybody's like, well, there's only one person that could save the day, and they thought it was, but she made it like another video and then whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then they came back. They lost 2-1 last night, but
2-1 last
in 7 games. Yeah. I would have really enjoyed the Panthers. So here's what happened. We don't talk politics too much on here, but the Panthers were up 3-0. And we'll just call him a former president. He didn't tweet it, but he did send this out on another social network that's a lot like Twitter, but he owns and loses money on. And he was like, look at the amazing Florida Panthers. What a terrific hockey team. Down 1-0 right now, but I'm sure they'll bring it around. And then they lost the next 3 games. And I was like, oh my God, if the Panthers lose this game, it'll be the most amazing. They could totally 100% blame one individual, and only 25% of the population would be angry about it, right? Like, everyone must be like, yeah, it makes sense. Oh, well.
Anything else? Slow week. NBA. It's crazy the NBA season's over.
Yes.
Last week. The draft is this week. And free agency starts next week.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Okay, so I guess we're going to talk basketball. Let's talk about something real fast. The Chicago Bulls are in desperate need of absolutely just rebuilding. Just burn it down, get draft picks, get whatever capital you can get for the guys that you have. You got Zach LaVine. Really, you got Zach LaVine, Caruso, and if you can get something for Ball, I don't think you can, but he may play again. Doubt it, right? And then keep your young guys. Keep Ayo. Keep
Kobe White.
Let those guys be the vets. Go young. They traded Caruso, finally. For the
dude from OKC, Gritty.
So he's most famous for hooking up with a 17-year-old.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
No, but then he was exonerated because of technicalities, right? Like and if you're young, rich, and at a club, you would expect the people that are at the club to be of age as well, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not excusing hooking up with
But
underage
but I
people.
don't have to do the carding
Yes.
because they were
Yes, they were
supposed to
already
do the
carded, right?
carding.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So I understand that's what he's most famous for. However, he's like 21 and he averaged like 16, 8, and 6 last year, or 26 and like he was okay.
No, he was good. He was good enough.
He,
But he's not going to bring the defense that Caruso brought.
oh, heavens no.
He's not going to bring the defense, and I do like the move for you guys, but I think it's definitely a better move for OKC.
Okay. So
Whew.
he was 12, 6, and 5 last year. 16, 8, and 6 the year before. Like he's a good
He missed.
player.
He didn't play a lot of games this year. They kind of for a little bit. Did
He played
he? No,
80.
he did. He did. He played 80. Yeah.
So like I'd say if you're gonna go out and they haven't said it, but they need to. If they're gonna rebuild, get draft picks, and they turned down the trade. There was a trade with a sub team that was offering them. Portland was offering the 13th pick, I think.
I have heard that this draft is not good,
and that's possible. That's the only thing I thought. It's like if the Bulls don't think there's a guy worth taking that's better than Giddey, then I guess you get Giddey.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from people from looking at it. Like people saying, this may be one of the worst draft classes that we've seen. I don't know how they can say that with people we haven't seen yet, but from this, I think it happens when there's no big name that we all know coming out.
You know,
and most of the guys coming out are 3-year guys, 4-year guys.
Yeah.
So no one goes hippie for a 4-year guy anymore.
Oh, great!
If
Look,
you're good enough to come after 1 year, then we don't think you're good.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, right? And like, if you're not good enough to be in the draft out of high school, which is really what the one and done guys are,
Yes.
people don't, or if you're not like some super freak from across the sea, nobody cares, right?
Yeah.
Like, well,
and they get more love. That's when on drafts like this, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of people names you've never heard because they played overseas in professional ball, and there'll probably be a lot of that in the top talent.
That's like your Villanova guys, though. That's like half your Knicks team, right? Weren't they all like 3 and 4 year guys?
Yeah.
But those are.
But that's when you get those guys.
They're damn good players. So why
you get good players from that? But you don't usually get superstars there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They all were like the 20 in first round guys, but like 20 and 0, like 20 and lower, right? All of them. I think Dante DiVincenzo might have been the highest drafted one out of all of them. But yeah, you get good players there, but you don't usually get superstars there.
And that's the hard part, right? Because in the NBA, like I hate to say that, but you need a superstar to be.
You have to start there
to be a legitimate contender. And if you build a team of really good players, you may be the Detroit Pistons and find a way to squeak a championship out, but really, you kind of put yourself in basketball hell, right? Because you're never gonna be at the top of the draft.
Nope.
And
you're a semifinals guy. You may get to a conference finals once or twice, but for the most part, without that guy,
you're not gonna be a lottery guy.
It's just
and you gotta take swings at foreign talent, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, well, hopefully this. Giannis Antetokounmpo, is that how you say it? Maybe he'll turn out to be good. He's only like 6'8" and weighs 180 pounds, right? And then like the 2 years later, he's 6'11 and a half and muscular 245 and can jump from half court and dunk, right? Like, I mean,
and then you could be the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
And say, wait, that other guy who had that last name Antetokounmpo,
yeah,
there's another guy coming out with that same last name. Maybe he's good. He's not.
No, none of them are.
The Knicks drafted Giannis, and he sat in the farm system for the Knicks for years, and then was like, "You got to go."
I think there's 3 Antetokounmpos in the NBA, and I think they're all on the Bucks.
Yes, he made sure all his brothers got on there. I'm not mad at him.
No,
not mad at him.
But I am a little bit because you can't win like that.
They won like that.
They only won once. They should have been better.
Listen, you can't blame Theonis on the bench for
He's so
Doc
bad.
Rivers not coaching that team.
Theonis is so bad. He's like meme bad. Like when
he
he plays, he does something that's meme bad worthy. Like every time.
He doesn't care.
Oh,
he doesn't care.
Antetokounmpo goes up for a dunk and it gets stuffed by the rim.
I think he's got a podcast now too. So he just. I'm like, really? They do. Yeah. Including us.
Yeah. Well, and nobody wants to listen to us because we're not an Antetokounmpo.
No.
And I'm not even going to try to do a Greek or Nigerian Greek accent. So don't make me do it, Harland.
Thank you.
Trying to goat me into something.
Anything football related?
I don't know because it's like all the OTAs are over, and now we're just waiting for
mini camps.
Mini
camps in preseason.
Mini camps in preseason. Let me see. Did I find anything that I needed to like? And say, oh, I do have some football news. It's Bears related. So apparently every year there's a celebrity cornhole championship. And this year, your very own Braxton Jones from the Chicago Bears won.
Oh, man.
Yep, he won. And he was going up against your very own Chicago Bears Tyreek Stevenson. They both made it to the finals of the cornhole championship. So they must be big on cornhole in Chicago.
Only championships they'll ever see. Oh!
Probably. This year, at least. But because the Super Bowl doesn't happen until 2025.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, here's some. I like this. Best teams at avoiding third down last year.
Okay.
Who do you think is the best at avoiding third down last year? So that means they either scored or moved the chains.
Ball's taken.
And first or
the
second.
ball's taken away, or the ball's taken away.
Right? But you have to do the ball taken away a lot to avoid being the top at avoiding third down.
Avoiding third down. Miami Dolphins. I'm going with
Miami Dolphins is 3.
Okay.
Which is a good guess. Like the top 5, actually the top 10 on, well, the top 8 on here are like, yeah, that makes sense. 9 and 10 are like, really?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
They're number 7.
Number 7. All right, high offensive team.
Now, you remember Kansas City had a difficult time catching the ball last year.
They definitely
They had Kadarius Toney is like a top receiver.
Ooh, it had been. Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills are 4.
4. Philadelphia Eagles.
See, they come in at 6.
Okay. Dallas Cowboys.
They come in at 8.
Okay.
So you
got, still can't get 2.
You got 3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Can't get 2. Who else would be?
So 2 of them.
The Texans?
No. Number 2 and number 6 both made it to their conference championships, but lost.
San Francisco 49ers.
Well, San Francisco made it to the Super Bowl, and they're number 1.
They won, but I figured they're not on the list?
They're number 1.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes. And then the Baltimore's
2, Detroit is 5. So, and then you have the Jacksonville Jaguars at 9 and Washington at 10. Where do you think the Bears landed on this list?
They lived with third down. 27.
They came in at 26. You were so close. 27 was New England. Where do you think the Giants fall on this list?
Oh, man. See.
Do you need me to remind you how many teams there are in football? There's 32.
I know it is 32. So you're trying to tell me that they were 31 because the Jets had to be worse than them.
No, the Jets came in at 29. Pittsburgh came in at 30. Pittsburgh offense was really bad last year.
So was ours. We had 3 different quarterbacks.
So did Pittsburgh.
Did they have 3?
They had Kenny Pickett, and they had somebody else, and like another guy. I don't know.
So are we 31? Don't make us 32.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. There's 2 teams left at the bottom. One is Carolina, one's the New York Giants.
All right, then we can't be the bottom. They can't be the bottom. Don't say it.
Yeah, the Giants come in at 32. Carolina's at 31 on that list. Houston goes to 21. They were at bottom
32?
third. Yeah, that's tough.
But that means we was getting it on third down, and they weren't.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The Giants notorious third down converters.
third down.
Oh, let's see. Justin Timberlake got arrested for a DUI. That was big news.
Yes, yes, it was.
Did you see that the guy that pulled him over and arrested him is getting doxxed and outed online as being for being like because he didn't know who Justin Timberlake was? He didn't know who Justin Timberlake was. Did not care.
Why you shouldn't?
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like the one time a traffic stop done by a police officer was probably done correctly, and people are mad at it.
You didn't know Justin Timberlake. You don't let Justin Timberlake get away with buzz driving?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I did not.
I did not. So, but the people that are mad at him, that's weird because it's like there's the Justin Timberlake fans, but then there's also a weird section that say Law and Order about everything, and they're mad about it too. It's very strange. It's real strange.
At this point in time, though, I've seen comedians say I got all my DUIs when it was you had kind of had to. There was no Uber. Like at this point in time,
there's no reason to be driving while intoxicated, especially that intoxicated.
Yeah, like, he's just a typical. He could get a driver.
Did you see any of the things that he said during his stop?
No.
He goes, "This is going to ruin the tour," and the cop goes, "What tour?" And Timberlake responds, "The world tour." And the guy's like, "I don't care." So that's a meme. That's instantly a meme because it was like a body cam footage or whatever.
Oh man.
Okay, so I do have another football thing that happened, and Le'Veon Bell spilling tea about everyone's favorite former offensive coordinator for the Bears, coach for the Miami Dolphins, and coach for the Jets, Adam Gase. Remember Adam Gase and how terrible he was? Let's see. Le'Veon Bell says this. I still randomly think about how pissed I used to be in the huddle when Adam Gase would call 21 dive on 2nd and 10. He goes, that's a halfback dive from shotgun for the people that don't understand what that really means. And Gase would say, Lev, I just need you to get 3 for third and manageable.
And then do what on third down?
So I don't know. Nothing. But
I just need you to get 3 yards.
I just need to get to a third and manageable. So get like 3 to 5 yards.
I'm not an offensive coordinator.
No.
But do you call different plays on 3rd and 7 that you would on 3rd and 10? Like,
I think 3rd and 7 is long.
I think 3rd and 7 is long as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same. The play sheet looks exactly the same on 3rd and 10. At least throw the ball. Like,
if you're
don't hope for 3 yards.
If you're the Jets, right? I think 3rd and 4th to 3rd and 10 are all equal in difficulty, right? So getting 4 yards, getting 10 yards, might as well be climbing Mount Everest for the Jets because it's hard for them to do, right? So for Le'Veon Bell, and now the stat that went up for those of you who are wondering, the Jets ran the second most in the league on 2nd and 10 when Bell was there. Their average yards before contact. Oh boy, I'm going to give you a plus or minus on this. Plus or minus 1. Over under 1.
It's got to be under.
It was under. They only got half a yard.
Getting hit in the back.
So he get the ball, move the ball 1.5 feet past the line of scrimmage, and then get hit.
The 2nd and 10 is probably a blitzing down.
It's not a run from the shotgun down.
It's definitely not a run from the shotgun. And this is to me Gates overthinking.
Oh, he was terrible. He was so terrible.
Because it's a run, it's a passing down. So he's thinking that he's going to get blitzed from the outside. Maybe I can run something up the middle. But out of the shotgun, I have no lead blocker. And I've got a linebacker who, once he realizes that we are not going,
once he sees
we're
the handoff,
not passing, he's he's there.
because I guarantee
We
there's a
don't have
linebacker
numbers anymore.
spying Le'Veon Bell because he's in the backfield,
Yes,
right?
so you've got
I
the
got to cover
linebacker
this guy.
that's got Le'Veon backfield, like Le'Veon Bell,
Yeah.
and then you've got other linebackers that don't have to worry about the tight end going across the field because he's like, oh, I'm free. Like you don't have numbers in that situation.
And then you got a pass rush, right? So
Yeah,
if you're in the shotgun, unless you're running some sort of two tight end set out of the shotgun, which I guess you could.
you can.
I mean,
But even then,
seems so.
it's a dive.
Mm-hmm.
So he's supposed to go in between the center and the
Yeah, he's gonna
tackle
hit the zero
probably.
gap or the one gap or whatever, right? Like
Yes,
so. I don't know.
the center in the guard, but still, like that. I don't get it. I guess just put him under. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna run it out of that down,
Mm-hmm.
can you give him a fullback?
Yeah, you
Can
would
you give
think
him something?
some
Just
sort of lead block. Yeah,
especially if half those hit times he's getting hit before the 1
or have
yard
it being
line.
pitched to the outside, right? Instead, you're running it right up the gut.
That he's max gonna get 5 yards. Max.
Mm-hmm.
Once they realize everyone's gonna converge with him.
So let's see.
He didn't like his time in with the Jets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? He got $20 million from the Jets. If I were
He
him,
would have got that.
I just ride off into the sunset. Call it a day.
He would have got that from the Steelers though. They were doing the franchise tag. They just wanted the franchise
Oh,
tag.
Le'Veon Bell. I'm talking Adam Gase.
Oh yeah. Le'Veon Bell.
Adam Gase went from the Bears, where he had a good year as a coordinator with Jay Cutler. Everybody's like, oh, he's the Jay Cutler whisperer. Turns Jay Cutler was just a good quarterback with
He was a good
shitty
quarterback.
teams,
Yes.
right? So Adam Gase then goes to the Dolphins, and then he went to the Jets, and then he made his money. He should just disappear. And as I Google Adam Gase, the second thing that comes up is, why hasn't Adam Gase returned to the NFL in any capacity?
They're waiting.
Yeah.
They're waiting for him.
No one wants him to, because he does have a very historic photo taken of him.
Oh man.
He almost looks like a royal. He looks like Prince whatever that he,
Oh yes.
but he looks like
Man,
he just
those
got
eyes.
stabbed in the gut by his wife or something with a knife. It's like, how do at two brute sort of moment. He's only 46. He's younger than me. That's even more disappointing.
Oh man. You know what we have to do at one point in time? We're gonna have to name those coaches when they do their coach photo.
Oh yeah. When the coach photos already came out this year, though. They already had the coaches.
Oh
photo
yeah, they happened at the
winter
owners
meetings or
meeting,
whatever.
right?
Yeah,
the winter.
in
Yeah.
February. So we missed that window.
Oh, yeah, we did. I'm not very good at them.
No,
I could not tell you what the Saints quarterback's coach name is,
oh no,
or what he looks like.
what he is. This is actually fun. Let's see. NFL head coach picture. Now, I know there were some that were missing this year, but if we get it, right, just trying to guess what the names of the people are.
Just guessing names.
Yes. That's what we're going to do. If I can get just the photo to come up and not some clickbait goddamn article. Open image and new tab.
There's not a lot of people in this picture.
Oh, god dang it. I can get some cropped image. You guys are killing me.
The Spun has one. I'm looking at.
All I want is the 2024.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's worse than I thought. I couldn't name.
All right. Open image, new tab. Got it. Here we go.
Mine just cut off. Which one did you get?
Here we go.
Oh, I see Brian. I see Dayball.
See, I can pick out Dayball.
I see Dayball.
Upper right. Okay.
All right. Wait a second. I gotta find that picture because I gotta get to it so I can look at it and zoom in. All right, I got a picture.
So let's start upper right, work our way left. I
Oh,
know uh, everyone's favorite, most boring mayonnaise white bread coach is not on there. I can't even think of his name. Eberflus is not here for this because
okay.
he was at.
Jesus, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm confused.
So we have
I don't know
Dayball,
many of these. We have Dayball. We have Dan
Dan
Campbell,
Campbell,
Rob
Robert
Sala.
Sala.
I don't know who that guy is.
I don't know either. Is that Mayo? Is that his name?
Yep, I'm gonna say Mayo because what's the black coaches? I can say we can go all the way to the left. That's Raheem Morris.
Yep.
That's Antonio Pierce.
Yep.
Um, the Flores is right there in the blue and almost
Well, he's
center.
not a head coach though.
Who?
Flores.
Not Flores. I'm thinking the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Why can't I think of his
Oh
name?
yeah. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, but that's him fronting center. I don't know who. Yes, you're right though. That is Mayo.
Got to be.
That one is Mayo. Yes.
All right. So next to Dayball is what's his face for Washington, right? Was
next to Dayball?
Yes, because I think Dan Campbell's there. This guy right here. I think that's Dan Campbell.
No, he might be.
I think it is. He's a big, tall guy. It looks like he played football.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell.
Okay.
And now we all know Walrus Man. I can't think of his name right now. Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
All right. Okay, so
are these all coaches?
Yes. This guy, right?
That's the Harbaughs right there in the next to Reid.
Oh yeah, you can pick out the Harbaughs.
Yeah.
Those two goofballs.
they are goofball.
I like Jim Harbaugh better than John Harbaugh. Or no, John. Which was the one for the Baltimore Ravens? That's John Harbaugh. I like him better.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh, I don't know. Who's got fairness? Nobody. Who is this guy? Is that Gannon or what's his face? The guy for the Colts or the guy for the Cardinals? Is that him?
I'm thinking a guy from the Cardinals because he looks like
that'd be Gannon,
an offensive coordinator from look like the Eagles player, coach I've seen before.
So then we already got these guys. This guy?
I don't know who that toothpaste is.
So let's. I don't know who he is. He's got a goatee, tall hair. I'm gonna go.
Dude,
Chris Scorbin.
He can look like a Scorbin.
Yeah, I don't know.
He looks like a Scorbin.
Chris Scorbin. I don't know.
Derek Flavin.
I love it. DF. Derek Thomas Flavin. Okay, this guy looks like somebody I went to college with, maybe.
He looks like a Chet.
The first time. I was going to say Matt. I'm going to say like Matt Raub. Matt Raub.
Matt Raub.
Yep. This is the other Eagles guy.
Oh,
for the Colts.
Sirianni?
For the Colts, right? Or no, is it the coach for the Eagles? I don't know.
It's Sirianni. I think that's Sirianni.
Okay. So we got these guys. We got Mike McDaniels there.
Mike McDaniels.
Pick him out on the lineup, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Then we got two guys that one of them is probably
the guy
Saints coach.
This is Matt LaFleur right here for the Packers. This is.
Wait, so who's the guy in the black shirt? Oh no, we said Rob Sirianni. That's Sirianni, right?
Sirianni. Okay. This is LaFleur.
Uh-huh.
This is next to between LaFleur and McDaniels. It's got to be.
I'm gonna tell you, some of these people can't be coaches.
Scott Masterson. I have no idea who it is.
Oh man, which one was Scott Masterson again?
This guy right here.
All right, he looks more a Trevor Baldwin.
Trevor Baldwin, I like that name too. This is McVay. We know him.
Yes.
This guy looks kind of like Rich Eisen, but it's not Rich Eisen.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who that is.
Oh man. Wait, where's McCarthy at? He's not in this picture, is he?
No. Nope. And this guy's got to be the Saints guy right here, right?
No, that's Doug McDermott. That's McDermott. I can see by the Jaguars.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. I don't know.
Oh, and whoever the Panthers coach is, he decided to wear the colors for this one because that's got to be him. Yep.
Okay.
Dude, this dude standing to the left of Reed, our right, he looks 15 years old.
This guy right here?
Yes.
I bet you is that the guy for I don't even know. I don't know who he could be. One's got to be Kevin O'Connell from the.
Where's Mike Tomlin at in this picture?
He's not in here. He said pass.
Okay.
I don't know who this dude is. He looks like Rich Eisen. I don't know who this guy is. He looks like he's about to rent me a car.
Though the guy to his left is definitely renting a car.
No, he's more of an insurance looking guy. He looks like he's Kirk Cousins' cousin.
They did not
And this is the guy from the Cardinals, I think. This is Gannon with the ears.
I'm going to have to. First of all, I'm Googling the Saints coach, Saints head coach.
You give me 6 pictures of him. I still wouldn't find him in this group.
Okay. All right.
Which one's the Saints coach? Is it this guy?
I'm still trying to find out.
This guy?
I got his picture here.
I bet you it's him.
Which one of
Did we say who this was? Because I don't know. I don't know.
That's not him. I think it's the guy in the blue shirt next to Raheem. That's not Raheem. I don't know who that is. But Dennis Allen is the coach of the Saints.
Oh, yeah. Is it him? Is Dennis Allen bald?
All he's got is this visor on. He's a tall, skinny, lanky dude.
Oh, so then maybe that is
I think
Flenderson or
I think he's above Harborough.
This guy?
In the blue shirt. I think that's him.
Yeah, the guy who looks like a friendly radio personality or something, right? I don't know who these guys are. It's really kind of disturbing to look at the image and not know, like, trying to guess who people are. It's tough.
I've got a picture of Nick Sirianni, and it doesn't look like anyone.
That's Nick Sirianni, right? This is Gannon.
Yes.
This is the guy from the Cardinals, okay. And then the other one is the guy for the Colts. I don't know who anybody is.
Oh, Jonathan Gannon is super young looking, and he looks like I think you're right. Jonathan Gannon is him all the way on the right under Dable.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus Christ, there's so many people in this list. I don't have a clue.
I don't know who any of these people are. This guy almost looks like the picture's so bad. It almost looks like Tony Dungy. I know it's not Tony Dungy.
Definitely not. I can't even tell you the Panthers head coach. They've switched so many times.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Meet the new coach. Oh, the Panthers coach is the guy next to Andy Reid.
This guy?
Dave Canellis.
Oh, yeah, he was the offensive coordinator for Tampa Bay last year.
Yeah.
So he's like the Adam Gase, right? Like, oh, you made Baker Mayfield good. So now they hired him to Tampa Bay or to Carolina. Oh,
so who is that guy in the blue and white shirt?
I don't know. I don't know who any of these people are.
Are these people that are in my NFL?
But they're making $10 million a year to be these people.
They are.
Why is Brian Daboll the shortest one and in the back row? Did they not want to?
He's also pretty big. He didn't want to break a chair. He's a large man.
He didn't want to have him sit because he'd have to like man spread, right, to sit comfortably, and that's reserved for Andy Reid. Let me try them nuggies, which is my favorite thing Andy Reid's ever done. Like, Andy Reid has a long, storied career. My favorite thing he's ever done is let me try with them nuggies.
Oh man. You know who's not in this picture?
No, who?
Uh, Bill Belichick.
Yep.
He's not a coach
Yeah,
anymore.
he's probably behind that bush, railing his 24-year-old girlfriend.
That did happen in sports news. Oh no, no,
So
no! They said he was photo
I
shirtless.
saw
I'm like,
that.
God,
Like,
what are you
now
doing?
here's the thing: this man is a multimillionaire. This man
Yes,
is 72 years old. This
yes.
man has more Super Bowl rings than any other living human being, not named Tom
Except
Brady,
for not named Tom Brady. Exactly. Okay.
right? Considered, he's the number 2 all-time head coach in the NFL. Considered possibly to be one of the greatest. Why is he on the back porch of some? It looks like, oh god, it looks like a college apartment building. He's like
Hmm.
walking out the back. He doesn't have a shirt on. Like, what is he doing? Like, have some respect, man. Right?
This respect is out the window, sir.
Like, listen, he's already into weird territory, right? Because he's got a girlfriend. He's 50
he's in the
years older
weird
than
territory. He's in the weird
that
territory.
he's known for 3 years. Met on
Hmm.
a plane. So was he slumming it on a plane? Was he like Southwest, like boarding group F, and just got stuck next to her? How does this happen?
Listen, I don't know. I was about to say the Atlanta after the Atlanta gig didn't go well. They just booted him on. They told him to take coach back home.
Like, I don't
But this
understand.
happened before that.
And now, so he's dating this. Great, fine, whatever. He's got that. He's got the means and the funding to not have to hook up in somebody's 1100 square foot 2-bedroom 2-bath 3-roommate bed apartment. Like, oh god, does Melissa have the old man over again? Yeah.
She's got the sock on the door,
Yeah.
so you know what that
On the
means.
plus side, he always gets a DoorDash for us. So, like I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get what he's doing. Like,
He's having a good time, apparently.
and that part, fine. You do that. That's where you're at. It's so strange and bizarre. It's like Tony Randall. It's Robert De Niro. It's like
Yeah.
old men and young women, whatever. But I guarantee Robert De Niro never went to like somebody's duplex to hook up. It just didn't happen.
Probably did not happen
No.
that way.
Come on. Bill Belichick's like the Robert De Niro of the NFL. I don't know.
Oh, Dan Quinn. Yes, Dan Quinn. I forgot about him.
Mm-hmm.
Mike McDonald.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Seattle coach. Jared Mayo, Antonio Pierce, Raheem Morris, of course. Brian Callahan was the Tennessee Titans.
Do you have one labeled? Are you going across it?
No, I was honestly just looking at the new head coaches because I couldn't remember all the new head coaches.
I'm gonna see if I can find one labeled. Do, 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 do. Like nobody labels them. It'd be like, or just like have a 1, 2, 3, 4 over them, and whatever. Oh well.
Who is this Mike McDonald, dude? Because I forgot Pete Carroll's no longer a head coach.
Yep.
Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is the person who's next to Brian Daboll.
So here's the new head coaches, right?
Yep, that's the one I'm
Raheem
looking at.
Morris, Dave Canellis, Antonio Pierce, Jim Harbaugh, Gerard Mayo, Mike McDonald, I'm sorry, Brian Callahan, who I couldn't pick out of a lineup. Even now, looking at the picture.
Brian Callahan is the guy selling us insurance.
Is he?
I think so. Sitting next to Dave Canales. Or not. Or he's the one next. Or he's the one next to McVay.
All right, so he parts hair on the left, goes with 5 o'clock stubble. I'm looking for. Oh no, it's this. It's this guy over here.
Next to McVay. Which one?
Him.
That's the one. That's the insurance salesman.
Okay. Well, McVay's
That's
over
the one I
here.
thought it was. Yeah, McVay's over there, but I thought the other guy was there too. The one next to McVay. What I
Well,
don't
well,
know.
this is LaFleur. I don't know who this guy
Okay,
is.
that looks like Mike McDonald.
No, Mike McDonald's got like a square head.
That guy's head is very square.
But look. So he's wearing this hat, right? The proportion of
Uh-huh.
hat is almost equal to the proportion of face,
It's correct.
right? So this guy, if you put a hat on it, no, like too much hat. Who is it? This guy's already wearing a hat. It's not him. He's young looking though. He's real young looking.
That's why I put him next to what's then who the hell is that guy in the white shirt? Who the hell is
This
he?
guy right here.
He's out.
This is
Yes.
the head coach for the Vikings. This is O'Connell,
Okay.
Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin.
Yeah, that's got to be him. Draw
Dan
nail.
Quinn does not look happy to. I did not realize how short Dayball was.
Yes, he's very short. He is everyone's favorite Centurion from
Yes.
Baku.
From he definitely. I don't like that meme. He does. Don't do that to my head coach.
Okay, boy. I'm a girl. Whatever, boy. I like that character.
Yes.
Oh,
Man, this is rough.
I'll tell you what. It's you can tell it's a slow week of football when we're pulling up a 4-month-old picture.
I forgot the picture comes out so early. I thought it was like when the season was about to start.
Yeah, man. There's like nothing. And I tried to like click on or like posts that I come across on Twitter, now formerly known as Twitter, now X. Oh, we can talk about this. Everyone's favorite owner, David Tepper, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Okay, I want to make improvements."
What should I do? He made a Twitter poll.
So David Tepper worth $20.6 billion, right? I know it's not all liquid, but he's worth $20.6 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Carolina Panthers stadium upgrade cost $1.3 billion. He requested $1.3 billion in public funds to upgrade the stadium and to say we will guarantee we'll be here for the next 20 years. And then he said, if it doesn't pass, I'll just move him somewhere else. We'll move him to South Carolina.
Still so they can be the Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna tell you what. I've been to that stadium. First of all, it is if I understand from a standpoint of us saying, dude, you have the money. Why are you trying to take it from the people's money?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But then I understand it. If I don't have to spend my money, why would I spend my money?
Now, I understand the logic behind it, right? Like, if you're going to give me money, I'm not going to spend my own, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like...
He's holding them hostage.
It wasn't like Carolina said, hey, here's money to do it. Don't spend your money. Here's money. It was like, I want to do this. I need $1.3 billion. Yes, I'm worth 20 times that. I get that. And
but we're not talking about my money. Come on, let's not look at my.
And if I spend $1.3 billion of my $20 billion worth, I'm still worth $19 billion. Do you understand? Like people don't grasp that a million is 1,000 thousands and a billion is 1,000 millions.
1,000 millions. Yes.
So he's worth roughly $20,000 million.
A lot of millions.
It's a lot of millions.
Mm-hmm.
So like
that stadium needs. I was at that stadium. There's no place to park. That's
okay.
If I buy a team, I'd do whatever I want with it. If I want to move the team, I would move the team. I don't know.
He
He's
owns the
just I don't.
Panthers and he owns the Charlotte soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
They both play there.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, you gonna move the soccer team too?
Yeah.
I guess the soccer team could stay playing in that crappy stadium,
Yeah.
and he's just gonna move the Carolina Panthers to South Carolina,
Yep.
to Charleston. Where is he
I
moving
don't
it
know.
to in
I
South
remember
Carolina?
reading it. And I was like, why? Why would you do this? And it is. It's just it's a holding hostage move.
Why?
I hate it.
Why spend my money when I can spend
I
yours?
hate billionaires extorting people for money that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But that's how they made their money.
I understand.
Probably extorting
But
people. It's
there's
kind of their
a
thing.
point where once you've reached a certain sum of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
After that, it's a weird addiction, right?
Yeah,
You're just addicted to collecting money. You're like a hoarder, but it happens to be money. So
yeah,
therefore it's good, right?
yeah.
I don't know.
Though there are not many owners that spend their own money on
No, none of them do.
that. That's the thing. That's the thing. They're like, well, everyone else can get away with it. Why can't I?
Yeah.
Like the Kansas City Chiefs may have to leave Kansas City.
No, they don't have to leave Kansas City.
They don't have to leave. You're right, but they may be leaving Kansas City
It's the
because
same thing.
the city was like they voted on it. The city said, nah.
And they should. They should. The state of Illinois did it to Jerry Reinsdorf because he wanted to build this new thing. He's like, oh, I just need $1 billion and I'll build this nice new place on the south side of the city for the White Sox to play with. They said, the Chicago Bears said, hey, we want to build this great new stadium on the lakefront. We just need $3 billion. Like they said no to both of them. So now both are like, well, Jerry Reinsdorf's threatening to move to Nashville. Good riddance. Go. Leave the name. Take you and your sorry ass franchise somewhere else, and then let's get an expansion team that we can call the White Sox, so I can cheer for the White Sox.
The Reinsdorf let less White
Yes,
Sox.
exactly. That's all anyone wants, except for Jerry Reinsdorf. Oh well.
Like I know, like I said, I know that the Giants fully funded their stadium.
Well, the Giants and Jets worked together to do that, right?
Yeah, but they fully funded it. They got no tax dollars from that stadium. I know what's his name for the Clippers is fully funding his stadium, I believe, too. That's I don't know many other teams that fully funded their stadium.
Let's see. Of the 30 stadiums that host NFL franchises, only 3 were completely funded by private money. SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles.
Yep.
So that's like the Rams and the Chargers. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. And Gillette Stadium in Foxborough.
And the team that is the most profitable, the Cowboys, had raised the taxes of all the people in that city because of that. Like hotels they have a luxury tax now added on their hotels that basically go to the fund that paid the like. Come on, dude.
That's what Chicago was like. Oh, we'll just raise entertainment taxes.
Yep, that's what they did.
Why? It's already like 12, 15%. Like,
yep, trying to get it. Yeah. Yep.
And Dallas is hilarious because there's no state income tax in Texas.
Yes.
Right. So
where the money's coming from, property taxes, which is way too high, luxury taxes, all that, and that's where it's coming from.
But they do have one of the most world class electrical grids in.
Oh.
I saw the meme where it's like, oh, during the day you should keep it at 77 degrees, your air conditioning or something like that. Help save the grid.
We get text messages. We get text messages like, hey, you should could save energy so that we don't have to do rolling blackouts. And I wouldn't respond, that's your job, sir, to figure it out.
You have solar power.
Not my job. Well, it's not my job to fix this.
No.
Like, we're in a situation due to your making.
Yes.
And you're asking us to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to work.
Nope.
Do your
I
job.
agree. Do your job.
So they said that hey, the Texas electric bill would go down if they just joined the grid. They just joined the grid. We wouldn't have to pay ridiculous high prices and get and power, which we do,
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. It's got something's got to give. Nothing will give,
No.
but it should. Something should give.
No, you got to have it's freedom, man.
I don't know if I don't know how that's freedom.
I just wanted to say.
By holding us hostage. Like, I don't see how that's freedom.
Freedom. Yeah, I mean that's what the founding fathers would have wanted, so that's why they do it.
We have an electrical grid that connects all the other states in the country and Canada, which I found out, but doesn't have Texas. 40, well, I guess 47 contiguous states and Canada. Like when Canada needs power, they can get power from our grid. When the United States needs power, we can get it from Canada's grid.
Just not
but when Texas needs power, I gotta turn
Don't mess with it,
we
man.
all have to get on our bikes and generate power for the state.
Yes, sir.
Which they won't pay us for, but then they'll charge us a fortune for the power we generate. I hate it.
All right. But I'm running on fumes, so
I'm out. Yep.
I'm gonna end it with this. Comic book fans, Mike Mignola, the creator of Hellboy. So somebody posted this picture. It's the skull of Mary Magdalene in Saint Maximin Basilica in France. Okay.
What?
Wait till you see it. Which somebody responded, "This is the most Mike Mignola thing that's ever actually existed." It is a skull in a glass container with a golden body holding it up. If this thing talked or had green smoke inside of there, it would be out of a BPRD.
Correct. Yes.
100%. Like this thing is like, Hellboy, you must come save me, right? Like this thing, it is so such a weird design.
What is that nose on it? Why does it look like from the profile it has a nose?
Oh, you're right. It does. It does look like it has a nose.
That's just weird.
It's got to be like a cheekbone or a weird reflection in the glass or something.
Yeah, something that we're seeing, but it's just looks weird.
Because it is just a skull in a jar on a golden body. And it wouldn't be a villain. This looks like somebody that would help BPRD somehow.
Yes. Did he respond on the post?
He's probably I'm not going to click on it because who knows?
Oh, okay, so he doesn't have the same.
No, Mike Mignola didn't. What it is?
It's Michael D.
It is Hellboy in real life.
Yes.
If that were such a thing. Well, Harland.
Yeah, maybe next week we'll get some more news.
Well, did you say next week is when whatchamacallit?
Well, I think it's the NBA draft is this week.
But what about the off-season Hard Knocks?
Next week Tuesday starts it. Okay. So it'll be on while we're doing.
We gotta figure out how to do that because I don't know if we can stream it. Maybe we make it.
It's not streaming.
Maybe make it really small on the screen.
Well, we could be watching it and talking.
No, that's true.
We ain't got to show it.
That's true. I guess subtitles. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yep. So you hear me like, oh, I don't want to see. Don't show me Saquon Barkley. Don't show me Saquon.
And you're gonna get Saquon Barkley. You know what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna get a lot of Saquon.
You know what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be stuff that you don't want to see, even though they tried to make it as friendly to the team as possible. There's gonna be stuff. It's like, oh, it's gonna be some bad decision or something that you don't agree with.
It's gonna be the news that is like, did y'all hear that? What the Eagles offered Saquon, and we're gonna be like, yeah, it's like, yeah, we can't match that. And I'm be like, oh, I get it.
They're passing around the farewell card in the office, the good luck card to Saquon. They're all reluctantly signing it, but they know they have to. Somebody bought a cake. That's what's going to happen.
I don't want to. I don't want to see that stuff. It's I. It's just too much bad that happened for us.
But you got Brian Burns though. The Brian Burns trade's going to be in there somewhere.
That's going to be in there, but it's going to be peppered in there with the Wink Martindale stuff.
Okay, then the draft is going to be in there.
The draft is good.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you guys got your leak.
Man, watching him play in minicamp was like, I've seen this before. He looks like the second coming of OBJ.
Oh, I think he's better. I think he's got potential to be better than OBJ.
I think he does too.
We'll see.
But I'm just saying that when I watch the videos, I'm like, yeah.
I mean,
it'd be nice.
OBJ was really good for a few seasons, right? And if he would never made that catch, I don't think he would be the OBJ that everybody pines over.
He was putting up stupid numbers.
But only a couple years, right? But that
3 years, 4 years.
That catch makes him like legendary, right?
And that was his rookie year.
Yes.
He had missed 4 games of his rookie year because he's always injured.
Yep.
So, but yeah, no, that was.
I mean, his first 3 seasons, 1,300, 1,400, 1,300, right? He was really good. And then hurt. Had a couple more thousands in there. Played for the Browns. I forgot about the Browns.
Yep. That was where he went after. That's where we traded him.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I think we got a terrible offensive lineman in return.
I mean, but
you can't match.
That's what people want. People want the rookie Odell, and that doesn't exist anymore. Catch making Odell so far from, doesn't exist anymore.
He can still catch. He just slower.
But he's not one-handed falling backwards in the end zone.
That was an
touchdown catch. It was one of the greatest catches I've ever seen. But yeah, whatever. All right. Well, we should end. We should stop, Harland.
Yes. All right.
I'm going to stop streaming.